I want to start off by saying thank you for the opportunity to go on a wonderful trip to the Hamilton play. It was an eye-opening experience. I like everything about the play. It definitely opened my eyes to a lot of things about Hamilton's life I didn't know until I attended the play. It was really once-in-a-lifetime experience for me. I never think I would be going to such an exclusive play, so once again, thank you for inviting me to such an awesome event. I think this play will be a great opportunity for my peers to experience and see the same awesome things I seen that night, and hopefully they can enjoy it just like I did.
August 23, 2018, Cleveland Foundation and the Cleveland Foundation partnered with MyCom's MyMedia program
and sent 7 youth to the State Theater to see the hit play Hamilton with MyMedia program manager Edward DJ Phatty Banks.
The group included several CMSD New Tech East students participating in the Reading-RAMM American History programming.
Following the first group's rewarding experience, the Cleveland Foundation and MyCom provided the experience for 30 more world history students from New Tech East to travel to Chicago's CIBC Theater and experience Hamilton live.
Combining these exposure experiences,
American history research,
and project-based learning with Reading-RAMM,
we present the Hamilton experience.
Okay, so this project, our Hamilton project, actually came out of a professional development that we had to do last May of 2018. And Miss Watson and I were sitting and talking, and we're like, oh, wouldn't it be cool if we did something around Hamilton? Because we both love the music of Hamilton. And so we created this idea of doing a government project around Hamilton. And then as the planning went on into the summer and then into the fall, or August, the beginning of the school year, we decided to make it a whole school project. So all 3 history classes would be doing something around Hamilton. The world history class, because it would go along with the Enlightenment that we teach at the beginning. The American history class, because they learn about historic documents. And then, of course, the government class, because of the beginning with the Federalists and the Anti-Federalists, which is all what Hamilton is all about, our founding fathers. So we come up with this idea, and then we're like, oh, we're gonna have them write a rap. Well, then whenever we have the kids going to write a rap, first person we think of is Phatty Banks to come in and work with our kids. Worked with Reading-RAMM before in a project I did a few years ago. He always comes in and helps our kids and works with us. And I don't know nothing about writing a rap, so I'm gonna bring in somebody that knows more than I do. So I asked Phatty if he could come in and work with my freshmen who are writing a rap, to help them write the rap and record it, because I thought the kids would really have fun recording, because the Enlightenment is not a very exciting topic. And so I thought that this would make it much more engaging and relevant for the kids. So I asked him if he would come in and work with my kids. And of course he said yes.
Let's go. Real people. Say it like you mean it. Here we go.
Like real people?
Yeah, real people. Here we go.
The king, what's it called? You gotta say the king. This America ain't fair. It's like the king telling the king that the American ain't fair, and the American and Britain is like a game of truth or dare.
Okay, so that part is just talk.
Life is the only thing that's fair. American and British is a game of truth or dare. It's the only thing that's fair.
You ain't getting
American
this.
and British is a game of truth or dare.
You gotta get this.
Britain need to find a chill boy. Hey.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Real people from America, where it's real lethal. So real Rigo, sick body, what's the deal, boy? Real boy, Britain need to find a chill boy. Britain know I can't. Real people from America, where it's real lethal. So real Rigo, sick body, what's the deal, boy? Real boy, Britain need to find a chill boy.
They was fighting for their rights in 1775. The American of Britain, they was working on their grind. Things changed over course. Britain showed no remorse. They attempted to crush, but the rebellion they was forced.
Britain know I real people from.
You want me to do it again?
I
thought that was good.
Yeah. So he got a second verse. I guess the hook go again.
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay, how did you like learning world history like this?
It's a lot more funner, and we can write more like on piece of paper and actually get our ideas down, like better than just taking 50 paragraphs. And then we can express more about how we feel about it using like audio and music with it.
Well, I like it because like you get to engage in music, and I like to sing, so I like when they do stuff like for the school, and it get. Let me see, like it really helps me because I really like singing. I sing like every day, 24/7. If you ask anybody, they know I sing. But I like doing stuff like this because it really like it helps me. It's better than like reading off regular books and just doing it like on something else. It's better recording and communicating with other people that you like to communicate with. And yeah.
What I learned more about is like stacking and like how producers work with computers, and like, on the history side, what I learned more about is like the Declaration of Independence and like the Article of Federation.
So then he got really excited about the project, and it then just snowballed, and we just started, the three of us, like coming up with ideas and how we could do this. And then, jokingly, it's like, let's take the kids to Chicago. And because it was going to be gone from Cleveland by the time we would be able to do it.
Give us some love.
And the next thing you know, Phatty comes back and says,
Let's go, engineer.
I have an idea. Let's do this, this, and this. And all of a sudden, we have backing and we have people wanting to help us. And before we know it, this little project that we thought was just something cool to get the kids engaged blew up into this huge experience.
Bill of Rights, religious speech and press, peaceably assemble and petition for redress. Bill of Rights, religious speech and press, peaceably assemble and petition for redress. It's my right,
Yes it is.
it's my right,
Yes it is.
it's my right,
Yes it is.
it's my right.
No,
I'm trying to be polite,
Yes I am.
despite
Going ham.
and desire.
Understand our forefathers had a plan.
Double that up. You gonna learn today. Double that up.
Amendment 1. Freedom of speech is the right to speak my mind. I'll never bite my tongue, but stay respectful every time. Amendment 2. In the past, some would try to cause harm. With this amendment, I'm protected with the right to bear arms. Amendment 3. A soldier in my house without consent, and it better not attempt if they can't pay the rent. Amendment 4. Unreasonable seizures or searches not allowed. See, back in the day, James Madison vowed. Warrants must be issued based on probable cause. You search my car off a hunch.
Officer, you breaking the law.
Can I get up off the ground while we reminisce? Excuse me, brush off my shoulders and continue the list.
You're now witnessing the Hamilton experience.
Freedom, speech, press, assembly, and petition.
Sweet, that was perfect. Cool, who's next?
I got rapping in my blood.
No, they say us.
I can hear people talking. Why to keep a gun and retain a real relation? Hold on. I'll go again though.
Yeah, you're good.
Hey, what I say though? I find it funny in my own meaning. I'm talking about what I say out loud.
No, you messed up the word.
I know, but I can hear it.
Good afternoon. My name is Monica Watson. I'm a teacher here at New Tech East, and I teach American history and American government. It was a wonderful opportunity for us to come and to be able to go see Hamilton, and it was with the support of the Reading-RAMM, and their program helps with arts and creativity for our students who may not be able to have all those things available to them in smaller schools. And so I've worked with Reading-RAMM for a couple years when they were working with our students with math and science when I was at John F. Kennedy. And so it's a beautiful opportunity to see them and have their assistance this year again. So it came about that we were able to be able to go see Hamilton with a phone call saying, I have these tickets to be able to go see Hamilton. I need a couple of students to be able to go with you. And I'm like, well, yes, I can find some students to do that. And so we had the beautiful opportunity to go to have dinner before and help to celebrate a young lady's birthday who was attending another school. And I believe we were celebrating her 18th birthday. And that was a nice meal for our students. We then walked over to the theater, took a few selfies and some shots outside of the theater under the Hamilton sign. And then we went to our seats, which were awesome. You know, they were on the floor. It was a wonderful opportunity for us to see the stage and the whole performance as a whole. I believe I took 4 of my students from New Tech East, and they talked about it on the way back and say how awesome it was.
My name is Kaisha Horton, and we was working on a project with Ms. Watson, going to this play called Alexander Hamilton. To me, it was shocking because I didn't think I would be chosen to go to a play like that. And it was like my first time, and I actually had a great time.
So when I first found out about the play, I was kind of excited, but I was also nervous because I never been anywhere like that or to a place that nice. But when she told me we had to dress appropriately, me being me, I went, put my bow tie on, my sweater, my shoes. I went suited and booted, basically.
But walking into the play, I realized that it wasn't a lot of people that looked like me or from my neighborhoods. It was more upper class people. The tickets were about $279 a piece. So just hearing that, I realized like it was a good opportunity for me, and I might have not been there if it wasn't for Miss Watson or Phatty Banks.
Well, when I first walked into the theater, it was amazing because I never seen nothing like that before. Like, I mean, I've been to Playhouse Square, but I never seen anything like that. Like, it looked, and then I never been nowhere that nice. It was just a whole lot of people.
Watching the play, I seen history unfold in a different type of way. Like, it was a really good opportunity to learn about history, and not just sitting in the class and somebody just talking all day long. Like, it was really good, really fun and really relatable, because who doesn't listen to music or like rap?
My favorite part was actually when the king was singing. Man, that was real fun.
I like the king too.
Yeah, he was hilarious. Like, every time I heard him, I just like got up and was happy. Like, he just.
So the king need his own play? The king?
Yes.
He was hating, he was mad.
Yeah.
Right? Why was the king mad?
Because they didn't want to serve him. He don't need to be served. Like, how you treating him like that? Nope.
The play itself, it was nice. It was some parts were nice, some parts was good. The music and singing was great. But then it also got sad at some point. Some people started crying, which I didn't get why they were crying until Ms. Watson explained it to me. But
the part I cried on was when the son died. I was too sensitive. And then
after the play, I did a project which also was a rap, and it was about Alexander Hamilton and Burr, and basically how they worked together, but they didn't work together. It was a feud between them that nobody really saw but them.
What grade I get? What grade did I get? I ain't get no grade. Yes, you did. You got an A. Oh, well, you heard it. I got an A.
Okay, well, sing the A you got.
What? I don't know what. I don't remember what.
Sing it. I know it's your birthday.
I don't remember.
Sing for that $10.
You don't borrow me money though.
Put it in the camera. Sing for the $10. Sing for that $10. And who on there?
Alexander Hamilton.
Sing for it right now.
I think I did pretty good. I got an A on my project. I think that it was more easy for me for that grade because it was about rap. It's something that I do almost every day when I'm listening to music and just, on my phone.
Other kids should be having this experience because it's a great opportunity and it's like real different. And I think they'll be really inspired by the play, like I was. Because I was very inspired by it.
I think it would be good for other kids because then they could see, like, there's more ways to learn about history and things surrounding you. You don't just have to sit in the classroom all day and listen to somebody speak. You can actually go out in the world and see how everyday life is related to schoolwork.
You're now witnessing the Hamilton Experience.
DJ Phatty Banks.
Bill of Rights, 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 Bill of Rights. Freedom of religion, speech, press, assembly, and petition. Right to keep a weapon and maintain a war militia. No quarter in the soldiers cause the Bill of Rights is taking over. Freedom from unreasonable searches and seizures. Right to due process of law and freedom. Freedom from self-incrimination, Deborah Jeopardy. Deborah Jeopardy. Bill of Rights, 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 Bill of Rights. Freedom of religion, speech, press, assembly, and petition. Right to keep the gun and maintain the war militia. Freedom from unreasonable searches and seizures. Right to due process of law and freedom. Bill of Rights, Bill of Rights, Bill of Rights, Bill of Rights.
In civil cases, then you should add something to that to rhyme with trial. What do y'all need to say? Rights of accused persons, right to a speedy and public trial. Right of trial by jury in civil cases. Okay? So here, let's just start. Let's get what y'all do got tight. Okay, who first?
Rights of accused person and to a speedy and public trial. Right of trial by jury in civil cases without denial. Freedom from excessive bills, cruising usual punishments. Fighting for our rights, yeah, that's our astonishment. Bill of Rights, 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 Bill of Rights.
Huh?
We got the best one.
You know it? You heard the other ones yet?
Nope, but I just got confidence.
You just know. My man.
He trying to make it.
But be humble too, though.
30 seconds off.
So look, just you know what humble mean? Humble mean that you know you raw, but you don't gotta say it. You let the people tell you that.
Right.
Because that's a good way for you to get showed up. You feel me? So hollering at me and I'm the one been in here recording all of them, you might not want to say that to me because I know what all the other ones sound like. Humble yourself.
Right.
You did a good job on this one, but you're going to hear some real good ones, okay?
Part of the project or the culminating event for the project that we did in classes that each of the 3 subjects had to write a rap. So the 9th grade had to write raps that were about different ideas of the Enlightenment because that was what our content was on. The 10th grade in American history had to write a rap about a historic document and have it written in a style that they could actually place it into the Hamilton play. Like we would send it to Lin-Manuel Miranda and say, hey, could we add this in? Like it had to make sense. And then the juniors, it was the same type of idea in American government where they had to write a rap, but theirs was the rap battle modeled after the cabinet battles. And it was arguments between the Federalists and the Anti-Federalists. So it's now the day that we're leaving for Chicago, and
I had to get up dumb early because I had to take another shower. Then I had to make sure I had all my bags packed, had my toothbrush packed and everything set.
I had woke up around like probably 5 o'clock, maybe probably 4:30. I had to get in the shower, make sure, because I gotta make sure I'm straight and everything. It was kind of tough waking up because I don't like waking up in the morning.
And then when it was time for me to get ready, I grabbed myself and I hopped on the bus.
It was like everybody was real tired. I had my bonnet on. I was real comfortable though.
The kids are getting on the bus and they're so excited and they're all like full of energy before we get on the bus.
So then when we left, they made sure they did a head count. make sure everybody was here.
But what's really funny is once we get everything settled on the bus and we start moving, and we have movies on, and the kids are watching movies, it gets silent. They all fall asleep. And it was glorious. You know, we moved along, we stopped for lunch, and the kids really had a good time.
And when we got there, like everybody was just stretching and buying some snacks for the road. So then once we did that, Phatty had bought us food. So we had got food, ate that.
It was good for us all to be together and have that lunch at the rest stop.
And then we hopped back on the bus to go to Chicago.
So they go back to sleep, woohoo, after a full belly. They go back to sleep, and we pull into Chicago, and then they start waking up, and they're starting to get excited.
When we had got to Chicago, it was a lot of travel. We had made it to the hotel.
And we pull in front of our hotel, which is like right in the middle of downtown Chicago. And we pull up, and it's like, okay, you have, 1 hour to get dressed and ready so that we could leave for dinner.
And we had to check in, we all had to get dressed up, make sure our hair was together, make sure we smelled good, we wasn't looking tacky or nothing.
We had an hour to get dressed, but my group told me I had 2 hours.
And we had to be ready to be in a professional setting.
They get ready, and we go downstairs and meet in the lobby, and some of the boys don't know how to put on their cufflinks or how to tie their tie right. So here we are, all of us adults, standing in the lobby, tying ties, putting cufflinks on, fixing, collars and hems and things like that. And we took a bunch of pictures by the Christmas tree that was in the lobby, which, was really cool with us all dressed up. And we head off to dinner.
We had to go eat before the play. We went to Miller's Pub. It was kind of like it was a different restaurant. It was like kind of fancy, but then like at the same time, it was like a bar type of restaurant. But it was pretty good food. It was different. It tasted different than what I usually eat.
We get the upstairs to ourselves, and we're sitting there, and the kids are looking at the menu, and they're asking questions because they're like, what is this? And what is this? And
the food was great. Like, we got there, Ms. Nickerson said we looked nice, and the food was great. Like, my friends, everybody was just greeting each other well, just giving each other compliments and stuff.
So we eat our dinner, and Phatty's there, and he's recording what the kids are doing, and they're getting even more nervous because some of them are now being interviewed.
So then, once he got done eating, a couple students did interviews, and then the other group left and went to go to the play. So I was with the first group, and we was going to the play. And when we got there, we had called the second group and found out that they was lost.
So half of them leave to go while the other half stays to finish the interviews. And I was with the second half that stayed. And so we get ready to leave. And because of where it is, we were under the L. Our GPS isn't working on our phones. We're not picking up Google Maps. And we start going the wrong way.
At first we had got lost. We went across the street because like the restaurant was right there, and then it was like we had went across the street because it was a little theater over there, and we thought the play was over there, but it wasn't. So we had to redirect, and we had to call, and we had to call first. But Ms. Nickerson, she didn't know where it was at, so we had to ask people around like where was the theater at.
We're running late, and now we're going the wrong way, and we figure it out. And
so we had walked. It was kind of cold, but it was quick enough for us to get there.
It was a good lesson as a history teacher for the kids to always be able to identify north, south, east, and west, because you never know when you're not going to have your GPS. We meet up with the rest of the people, and as we're standing outside and the kids are seeing the pictures outside of the theater, and they're getting so excited. And and cold because a lot of the girls were wearing, nice skirts, and it was a little chilly that day.
And then we had to wait about 10 minutes to actually get inside the play. And it was kind of different because it was a lot of people who wouldn't expect us to be going to a play like that. So we had to adapt to that.
We get inside and they sit down and they are just so full of excitement that you can feel it, like they're just so wound up.
And people probably didn't expect us to like, oh, they like this and they going to a high-end play like that. I feel like I was rich.
They were mesmerized. I was sitting in between two kids, two of my sophomores. There was a couple of them in front of me, of my sophomores, and they are just like mesmerized. You can see them. They're on the edge of their seat. Their faces, their mouths are dropped open. They're just staring in amazement.
The play was very interesting. At first, I thought it was gonna be boring when I first heard about the play, but it wasn't at all. It was fun. It was something I could actually pay attention to.
I mean, it warmed my heart to see these big, strong, oh, I'm a man kind of boys sitting there singing Who Lives, Who Dies, Who Tells Your Story.
So we watched the play, and the play was great. I like how it was mixed. People, even though historically there were predominantly white, and it was all races. So that was very the culture standpoint, and the mixture of it was very helpful, and it was just a good experience.
I saw people singing, dancing. I heard a lot of this generation type of music, the rhythm of the play. It was different. It was fun. I liked that.
I mean, it was for me that moment of that teacher moment of they get it. It makes sense. And it made it all, for me, it made it all worth it. All of the work and the long bus ride and the long night was worth it to see their faces, their connection, that I can't even put it into words. It just warmed my heart.
You're now witnessing the Hamilton experience.
You can say this part, Disney, so we can go back and forth. Or I'll say this part.
Do we got a paper for them? Do we got a copy?
She took
Was it right here?
Unless they're right here.
There was only two of them. Amendments. Let us mention the first one we have is the right to choose our religion.
We got the right to bear arms so police can't arrest us.
And I don't need no soldier to watch and try to protect us.
What we making history, the U.S. Constitution.
Okay. That's it?
Yeah.
That's the whole thing?
Yeah.
Okay, well let's go. You first.
First 10 amendments. Let us mention the first one we have is the right to choose our religion.
We got the right to bear arms so police can't arrest us.
And I don't need no soldier to watch and try to protect us. 1789, day of the Constitution.
United States, we legendaries, wars we ain't losing. James Madison inspired us so we could do it.
Boy, we making history, that U.S. Constitution.
You know what?
Hey, you hear how to beat John?
Keep that. Keep her little ad lib. Here, play it through the speaker. Okay, so do you think you learned more having an opportunity to record and have fun making a song?
Yeah.
Or just doing it out the book?
Nah, this song,
it made it more fun.
Yeah, because when we just sitting there reading a book or just doing paper, it just get boring.
Okay, so this was more engaging.
Yeah, but it's a little hard. It's a little hard to come up with, but
yeah.
But it made y'all do research, right?
Yeah.
Okay, but I think y'all had fun too, and y'all was prepared, and I feel like y'all gonna pass this part of the test with no problem, right? This is a done deal. This is easy, right? Okay, so good job. All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right.
I'm gonna hear it one more time.
Yeah,
one more time.
Let me hear my track one more time.
Oh, my track. Oh, so now you're a recording artist now? Okay.
I'm gonna start recording more of my
Let's go.
And so we had developed or created a project for our students to, because we had been looking at the historic documents in the Federalist Papers. And to tell the truth, the Federalist Papers are not that interesting because it's a lot of writing about their ideas of how this government should be ran. But the Federalist Papers and some of the history basically came to life with the play. And so the students were thinking about what they were trying to create with their project at the very beginning, but those students who came back and were able to use what they've learned from the play, they were able to incorporate that into their projects because they really saw the creativity with the music, the rap. And they even saw how the relationship of Aaron Burr and Alexander Hamilton was also a good friendship, but also a very tumultuous rivalry.
It was pretty easy after I saw the play, so I was like already knew how I wanted my song, how I wanted my rap to be, and how I wanted this and that to go.
What was your song about?
My song was about Alexander Hamilton and Aaron Burr, and how Aaron Burr, they was like basically battling each other, and it was like Aaron Burr was dissing Alexander Hamilton basically inside the song.
My project, we did a project on those kind of like different stuff like the Declaration of Independence, Bill of Rights, Articles of Confederation, and etc.
I got an A on my project. It was pretty easy because I'm very creative, and so like I can say something in my head and then like it just be so creative. It fit perfectly for how I wanted the rap to be.
But we wound up getting an A for it, and that put my grade up dumb. I was at like a C. I got to an A. No, I had a B. I got a B in her class for that. So that was real helpful because I was at like a low C. I almost had a D. So that was real helpful.
You're now witnessing the Hamilton experience.
Okay, go ahead, y'all.
From the A to the C, Articles of Confederation and Sovereignty. They trying to make laws, you won't take control of me. They want us to chill, we trying to change society. Hey. From the A to the C, Articles of Confederation and Sovereignty. They trying to make laws, you won't take control of me. They want us to chill, we trying to change society. Hey. 11, 15, 1777. 13 states we agreed to bring them together. We took a big dub in American Revolutionary Dictionary was first and Martin, he was secondary. Articles of Confederation, national government was under a sister organization. 12187. We gonna release the papers and we gonna tell Great Britain they're a bunch of takers. Hey, to the coast of Confederation, to the coast of Confederation. This a message to Queen Isabella. We gonna run the Constitution. We don't want nothing less. Hey, to the coast of Confederation, to the coast of Confederation, to the coast of Confederation, to the coast of Confederation.
Do it again.
Alright.
Get that
I can't. That's the part I keep messing up.
Articles of Confederation.
Cause like how you breaking it up, they say they want me to rap like you, and I can't like break it up like how you break it up.
You can. Just try.
You gotta put some type of swag, like put some more feeling into your verse. Yeah, relax. Like from the A to the C, Articles of Confederation and Sovereignty. They trying to make laws, you won't take control of me. They want us to chill, we trying to change society. Hey, that's why I add that A, so I get the feeling like.
I know when to come in after the second part.
Okay, let's go.
1, 2, 3, 4. From the A to the C, Articles of Confederation and Sovereignty. They trying to make laws, you won't take control of me. They want us to chill, we trying to change society.
What do you think about the entire Hamilton experience?
It was difficult, long, took like 2 months just to do it. Then she threw a song on it we did not know nothing about. But what I liked most about it was the Chicago trip because the food out there was good. I got to do a lot of sleeping. And I ate one of the biggest burgers of my life.
I'm hip to the industry rapping or whatever, but doing some social study rapping, it was kind of easy. Doing your research on it, coming up with the rap. When she threw it to us, I was in a group already. I didn't know we was gonna do the song, but luckily I was the one that knew how to make the music, so we came up with the ideas and we got the song done.
How does project-based learning help in education, you think?
They help because it's like it's drilled into your mind more, and you actually learn it, and you learn it your own way versus somebody who wrote it in a book. I don't know how many years ago. So it's just like instead of somebody teaching, it's like you doing your own research and you drilling it into your mind your own way. And then the rap really helped even more because at first I didn't really know nothing about history. I hated history, but after doing this rap, the Articles of Confederation like drilled in my mind. It's something I'll probably know forever.
So Lavelle and Steven, who were sitting by me, they're 10th graders, and they wrote their rap on the Articles of Confederation. And it was really good. And the way they performed it in class was really good. And what's funny is I want to say it was during the intermission, or it might have even been during the play. At one point, Lavelle turns around to me and is like, this is where our Articles of Confederation could go in. And this beat is the same type of beat that we had for ours. And I mean, he was just going a mile a minute. He was like, oh my goodness, this is something I see where the work that we did in class, like, could be put in here. And they also saw where you can take something that happened 200 and some years ago and make it relevant today and make it where you need to know about it, you need to understand it, and that it can be something that's engaging and fun.
As a child myself, growing up in Youngstown, I had the opportunity to go see plays, Dreamgirls, Your Arms Are Too Short to Box with God. And so I think it's a wonderful opportunity for our students to be able to see Broadway plays and experience those wonderful things that they may not get a chance to. And I think art and culture need to be shared more openly with all people, especially children, because I think that gives them opportunity for creativity.
Having that experience under my belt, had me, be able to be respectful and, responsible, because I had to get up early, stuff that I would have to do, for a job or something like that. I had to dress professionally. I couldn't have my pants sagging. I had to have fitted pants, dress shoes, look nice. So I feel like kids, it would be a great experience for kids like me and others.
Children like us, they need to be experienced and exposed to certain things like that, so they can know that they can know that they don't have to live like this their whole life. They can go out and do different and be different and experience different things.
And I'm thankful that I had the opportunity to go, because it was expensive for them to get the tickets, and they actually got them, and I was chosen. And it could be beneficial to multiple different students if they were actually exposed to that, and that can probably help educate them more about what happened in the past.
My students were able to improve their grades by using this. I think they have a different outlook about history, that it's not just paper and books. It's very much alive. It talks about the relationships that we as people and how it eventually becomes history.
They were able to see how those connections were made too, which is in essence what the standards are. That's what we're supposed to be teaching them. But this was a way that we were able to get it to them that's gonna last a lot longer than a unit or a test at the end of the year or whatever. They're going to remember this for the rest of their lives.
DJ Phatty Banks.
From the A to the C, Articles of Confederation and sovereignty. They tryna make laws, you won't take control of me. They want us to chill, we tryna change society. From the A to the C, Articles of Confederation and sovereignty. They tryna make laws, you won't take control of me. They want us to chill, we tryna change society.
11/15/1777. 13 states we agreed to bring them together. We took a big dub in the American Revolutionary. Dickens was first in Bartland, he was secondary. Articles of Confederation corporation. National government was under a sister organization. 12187. We gon' release the paper and we gon' tell Great Britain they a bunch of L-takers. Yeah. Articles, a confederation. Articles, a confederation. This semester is the Queen Elizabeth. We gon' run a constitution, we don't want nothing less. Hey. Articles, a confederation. Articles, a confederation. Articles, a confederation. Articles, a confederation. From the A to the C, articles of confederation and sovereignty. They tryna make laws, you won't take control of me. They want us to chill, we tryna change society. From the A to the C, articles of confederation and sovereignty. They tryna make laws, you won't take control of me. They want us to chill, we tryna change society. From the A to the C, articles of confederation and sovereignty. They tryna make laws, you won't take control of me. They want us to chill, we tryna change society. From the A to the C, articles of confederation and sovereignty. They tryna make laws, you won't take control of me. They want us to chill, we tryna change society.